Nigeria is a middle-income, mixed economy and emerging market with a GDP of $405.1 billion and agriculture taking over 24% of its economy.
In Nigeria, agriculture around here has been mostly talking about old people.
Ekiti State, the fountain of knowledge, has its main occupation in agriculture, providing income and employment for more than 75% of its populace. Its government initiates a platform for youth farmers to practice commercial agriculture called Youth in Commercial Agriculture Development Program, YCAD.
The program was put in place to incentivize fresh graduates or unemployed youths into making a living and getting employed through agricultural business.
It is an initiative of government that has become a cooperative society that is fully autonomous now.
One way or the other, the state will be developed through agro-industrial efforts.
The YCAD program has 5 components: arable, poultry, aquaculture, nursery, and agro-processing. In 2013, African Management Services Company, AMSCO's services were sought for to assist YCAD.
The state was lucky to have somebody who has actually worked with a body like the World Bank as commissioners at that time. And by the time he came in, he knew the worth of AMSCO. That's one thing I can say. I have to confess that when he came with the idea of partnering with AMSCO, I thought in my mind as at that time we have a lot of people who are in agriculture, who have been practicing agriculture in Nigeria that we can bring in. But when you start talking of technical partner, that we actually need technical, somebody who is very experienced, that somebody who is exposed, somebody who will be able to introduce new things, new ideas that presently we might not be having in the country.
AMSCO is a Pan-African private sector company that provides human capital development solution, drives capacity and skills development to assist African small, medium and large enterprises in becoming leaders in their field.
We are able to work with entities to identify what the gaps are in the business. There's the development program, which works to address challenges both on the supply and demand side in various aspects, in the area of financial inclusion, in the area of agribusiness, just to be able to address the gaps we find in the space, and that will help the market work better. Agribusiness is one of the things we like. It's the future of any economy, at least in sub-Saharan Africa. Every government is talking about it. And what a better way than to get the young people involved. And so we had to get into that space to give them both technical and business skills. Because the idea wasn't just to get them to farm, but it's a case of from farm to markets. So it involved the technical skills, it involved storage, it involved distribution, it involved access to markets. So for us, it was a total package, it was a value chain development.
With 320 participants at the commencement of the YCAD program, over the years, it's developed into a registered cooperative with 85 commercial youth farmers, out of which successful businesses emanated.
With the training and the skill that I gained through the several opportunities and the support of the farm service manager that was attached from AMSCO, though as a young entrepreneur, I was still able to produce that large volume of feed and manage that phase. And we were producing, and it was on speed because we needed to deliver, and it was a beautiful experience.
By the intervention of the YCAD program, we were introduced to a smoking kiln, whereby they give us a smoking kiln, they support us. So at the end of the day, what we do is, when we harvest, we smoke our fish. That is, we add value.
I must tell you the truth, I don't have a business before AMSCO. We are just doing farming. You don't even bother what you are doing. Maybe you are getting profit or not. But by the time we had series of training, which is being supported and organized by AMSCO, We were able to move from 2 hectares, 3 hectares we were doing before. And today, by God's grace, I have good 30 hectares of cassava.
Before School came into Ekiti, I started with about 3,000 seedlings of oil palm and 10,000 seedlings of cocoa. This year, to the grace of God, I was able to do about 6,000 to 7,000 seedlings of oil palm. The cocoa, I was able to do 1 nursery, which is 21,000 seedlings of cocoa.
We were trained how to keep proper record of your business. Then another thing, we were trained how to sustain your business. You can see my business, which is horticulture. From there, I was able to grow up by having another business from this horticulture, which is selling of agrochemicals. Before my training, I made less than 50,000 per month. As increased to about 350,000 per month.
The 2017-2020 Nigeria Economy Recovery Plan aimed at increasing national productivity and achieving sustainable diversification of production to significantly grow the economy and achieve maximum welfare for the citizens.
In terms of sustainability, if we continue to have young people get into the space of agriculture and agribusiness, we'll certainly bridge the gap of continuously importing food from outside, because there's a lot. When you go to Ekiti State, you find out that we can actually feed ourselves, if only. And I'm glad that this present government is doing a lot in that space, and there's a lot of focus on youth development in agribusiness. And if the government continues to do that, in the next number of years, we'll be probably a net exporter of different things.